Hey everybody, it's Maggie Mulhern. I'm here with Shaun Corby of Living Proof, but he's also the big cheese at NAHA. People ask me all the time, I've been fortunate to judge NAHA really since the beginning, and people ask me all the time about the judging, and he runs it. He does all the preliminary, you're the big guy. There have been many changes, and what I was going to say is people ask me all the time, is it fixed? And you and I know it's not. I mean, you want to address that?
It is a labor of love to make sure that it is not fixed. It is a completely fair process. We have impartial judges who come in and they just, the first round, we're just basically making sure you followed the rules. You read the rules and you followed direction and you didn't manipulate the photos too much, because at the end of the day, it's a photo competition, but it's also hairdressing and makeup and editorial. And so it's very legit, and the people involved are incredible industry leaders, and I know you've even posted some of them recently.
Yeah, so
right?
this year you have about 130 judges. I don't know if that's different because you've never shared that before, how many judges you have, but it is true. I mean, people say to me all the time, I know it's fixed because I should have been at least in the top 5, and I know after speaking to you that one of the first things is photoshopping, that you can tell when things have been photoshopped.
Yeah, we bring in Photoshop experts and we really blow them up really big, and we look at it and filter versus color changes. So there are a lot of things that we look at. We had, when I stepped into the NAHA role, we had a lot of photos that were almost cartoonish in the manipulation process. And so what we wanted to do was really get back to the core of NAHA, which is celebrating the most talented hairdressers and great photographers, but make it more about the talented hairdressers. And so we had a little bit of pain in the beginning, but I assure you it wasn't because it was fixed. And I know that a lot of you, maybe something happens in photo manipulation that you have no idea about. And I know that sometimes photographers do it with all the best intentions. So my advice, if you're entering NAHA and you're thinking, well, what went wrong? Because that was a beautiful shoot. Pay attention to what's happening. If manipulation is happening, is it completely changing the shape of the style? Or is it just filling it a little bit? Are you taking away a stray hair? Or are you moving the right side to the left side? Because we're going to find that, and we're going to see that, and that does actually break the rules.
All right, what if you want to enter multiple times? Because I know you can enter up to 3 times per category.
Yeah.
Does that work against you?
No, but know this. A lot of people enter multiple categories, and we're completely okay with it. But know this, if you were to be nominated twice in one category, then we're going to take your best category. So there's that as well. So I think you don't want to create too many, because we're going to have 5 different nominees always. So we're not going to have a year where it's, you're 2 out of the 5. But yeah, I don't think it hurts them. Sometimes people enter, it seems like, every single category. And so we've really got to go to the rules and say, okay, wait, you can't be in team and be here, or master can't go here. We really try and keep it all straight. But sure, why not? Enter as many as you like.
And I know that every year you try to mix it up and you try to have different categories and new categories. What's new for this year?
Well, we're looking at, the styling award has been so productive and doing so well, so that's a big one. No brand new category this year, but really getting more into, we don't have the winner of the People's Choice anymore, which were, there were things that were happening that, boy, oh boy, did I get mail from you folks like that. That wasn't the People's Choice. And so we figured out where the manipulation is. So I'd say stay tuned for things like that. We'll be making some announcements soon about how you can maybe get a second chance with something that was really good.
The insider scoop.
And the evolution of People's Choice. Yeah.
All right, and I love, and I don't know how much I'm allowed to share, but it's very interesting that last year, I'm not going to say what category it was, you had so many entries, and then this year that same category had very few.
Yes.
So what would be your advice to anybody entering any category?
Just really read the rules, know your category. I think a lot of people enter texture generally, I'll say it. Texture is a big one. And I think those could be anywhere. Texture could be in Hairdresser of the Year, it could be in styling, it could be in cutting. So really open yourself up to exploring in different categories would be my advice.
I love it. Such great. And I know you have to run and catch a flight, but thank you for
Oh,
giving us
no,
this time. And I'm
thank you.
so excited about seeing you again
Yeah.
in January of 2020. And I get to judge. Actually, I'm judging this afternoon. I have the whole list, and
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it. And no, my advice to everybody out there is if you know somebody's a judge, or even if you don't walk up and say, "What do you think of my entry?" Because then I have to disqualify myself from that entry. I know my makeup artist, David Matterich, is always showing me his makeup, and then I have to disqualify myself from makeup. But maybe ask the person first, are you a judge? And then if that person is, don't show your entry.
Absolutely. Great advice. It happened to me as well just this year. So, and that's how legit this is when somebody knows the work, they step out of the room. So enter NAHA. It's an amazing award. It will change your life.
Tons of judges. It does change your life.
Yeah, it really
it's
does.
a great thing. And again, thank you so much for giving me this
Thank
time.
you.
I love seeing you.
Always.
Bye.
Mwah.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.